Hello everyone, welcome to another discussion. This time pag-uusapan natin yung correlation. Okay? So let us begin with today's discussion. First, let us understand the basics of correlation. Para saan ba ito? Okay. Pero bago natin i-define yung correlation, una muna nating pag-usapan at balikan yung term na variable, no? Pag sinabi nating variable, by definition, it is anything, no, that can change or vary from one person to another. Kaya siya tinatawag na variable, no? Hindi siya constant. Yung kasing kabaliktaran ng variable, constant, ibig sabihin, same lang, hindi nagbabago. Kapag variable, it is anything, no, that varies from person A, no, iba kay person B, iba kay person C. For example, height, o kaya naman ay weight, or the same goes for intangible constructs, no, katulad ng intelligence, personality. Meron tayong mga variations, no, among different individuals. May mga individual differences tayo. No, at later on you will figure out why did I bring up variable, no, even though yung topic natin today ay correlation. Okay, so ngayon pag-usapan natin ano ba yung correlation, no? What do we try to achieve, no? Ano bang gusto nating mangyari kapag tayo ay nagko-correlate, no? So basically sa correlation, no, or ang correlation ay isang measure or sukat, no, ng relationship sa pagitan ng dalawa o higit pang variables. So I think meron sa inyong mga nakikinig ngayon na nagtitesis ngayon or nagre-research, and then your teacher asks you to look for the correlation, no? Tinitingnan ninyo yung correlation ng mga bagay-bagay. Well, sa simpleng salita, kapag ang dalawang bagay ay correlated, ibig sabihin sila ay merong connection, sila ay merong association, sila ay merong relationship sa isa't isa. No? Well, bakit natin na-bring up yung term na variable? No? Kasi noon, before na introduce yung term na correlation, statisticians use the term covariance. No? Bakit kaya ginagamit yung term na covariance? Well, covariance, no, ang root word niya is covary, no? Covary, once again. So ano ba yung covary? No? Ano ba nangyayari kapag may covariance? No? When we say covariance, as one variable varies, the other varies as well. Sa simpleng salita, kapag nagbabago-bago yung isang variable, nagbabago-bago rin yung isa. For example, kung nagkakaroon ng pagbabago sa presyo ng krudo ng gasolina, posibleng magkaroon ng pagbabago sa presyo ng pamasahe. So that is an example of covariance. As one varies, the other varies as well. So if two things or two constructs vary, no, together, they vary, no, as one varies, the other varies as well, it's possible that pareho silang dalawa ay may relationship or konektado sila sa isa't isa. Yan. So anong pinagkaiba ng correlation sa covariance? Well, ang covariance kasi, no, pwede kasing malaking amount yung makuha mo, like baka ang covariance niya 50, 40, no, or whatever. Yung correlation kasi is a standardized covariance. Ibig sabihin, sa correlation, no, standard ito na measure ng relationship, no, at ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng standard na yan, no? Ibig sabihin sa correlation kasi yung value niyan hindi siya lalagpas ng 1 or ng negative 1. Okay? Doon lang naglalaro yung value ng correlation. Hindi pwedeng mas malaki pa than positive 1 or negative 1. Okay? So ngayon, tingnan natin. So, ang kinocompute natin sa correlation ay yung tinatawag na correlation coefficient o yung R. No? Yung R o yung ating coefficient is a number that represents the strength and direction of a relationship existing between two variables. And nakita natin na yung correlation coefficient pala, dalawa pala yung binibigay niya sa atin na information. Una dito yung strength, no, o yung tatag ng relationship between variable x and variable y, at pangalawa yung direction. And sa relationship or sa correlation, meron tayong dalawang klase ng direction, positive or negative relationship. Okay, so hihimayin natin yan isa-isa. Yan, it is a number derived from the formula, no, for measuring correlation. In hand computation, in manual computation, no, kung ano man yung mako-compute mo using the formula for the R, that is what we call the correlation coefficient. Alright. So now, pag-usapan natin yung tinatawag na direction of relationship. First, we have what we call positive correlation, no? Pag sinabi nating positive correlation, as one goes up, the other goes up as well. In other words, sa positive correlation, yung dalawang variable mo sa x at si y, no, they move in the same direction. Yan. Para masabi natin na meron silang positive relationship. Okay? So halimbawa, in my master's thesis, no, ito yung inaaral ko ngayon, is perfectionism positively related to test anxiety? Ibig sabihin, yung aking hypothesis is that kapag mataas ka sa perfectionism, mas posibleng mataas ka rin sa test anxiety. Pero kung mababa ka sa perfectionism, edi mababa ka rin sa test anxiety. This is an example of positive correlation. No? Same direction yung variables mo. On the other hand, kapag sinabi nating negative correlation, as one goes up, the other one goes down. Halimbawa, no, supply and demand. No? O kaya naman, for example, body weight and speed. Kapag bumibigat ka, no, posibleng bumababa yung speed o yung bilis mo kumilos. Pwede rin yung agility mo. Yan. So, for example, no, usually sa mga books, ito yung halimbawa, no, cigarette smoking is negatively correlated with life expectancy. The more you smoke, no, bumababa yung life expectancy mo. Hindi naman daw, hindi sila positively correlated, no? But instead, their relationship is a negative relationship. Okay? So, kapag nag-compute tayo ng R, how do we know if the correlation we obtained is positive or negative? Basically, you look at the sign. If na-compute mo, for example, is positive, no, 0.90, then that's a positive correlation. But if it has a negative sign, no, that is a negative correlation. In a negative correlation, no, the variables move in different, no, opposing yung kanilang direction. Yung isa tumataas, samantalang yung isa ay bumababa. Okay, anyway, yan. Ito yung ilang mga examples that I got from the textbook of FICE, Psychology Perspectives and Connections. Halimbawa, sa positive correlation, the more you study, the higher your grade. So kung mapapansin niyo yung positive correlation, mukhang nagpo-form siya ng linya na papunta sa upper right. Yan. Lalo na kapag pinaplot mo yung data in a scatter plot, makikita mo, ganyan yung relationship. Ganyan yung forma ng mga dots. Kapag negative correlation, for example, the longer the lecture, the lower the attentiveness. Look at tingnan niyo yung scatter plot, no? Nagpo-form siya ng linya pero going to the pababa, no? Another example, the more you party, for example, the lower your grade, no? And if we believe that there's a negative correlation between these two, tingnan niyo yung trend, di ba? Pag ganito yung direction niya. Sa positive, no, papunta sa pataas. Yan, pareho silang tumataas at the same time. Samantalang sa negative, habang tumataas yung isa, no, bumababa naman yung isa. Yan. Alright? Anyway, now we can proceed, no? So, ngayon naman pag-usapan natin yung tinatawag na strength of correlation or strength of relationship. Ayan. If the relationship is a strong one, the number will be closer to positive 1 if it's positively if it's positive. Pero kung negative naman, in order for it to be stronger, dapat mas malapit sa negative 1. So say for example, what if tinanong ito sa exam nyo, then the choices are, for example, what is stronger, positive 0.90 or positive 0.45? Definitely, this is stronger compared to, no? Yung positive 0.90 is stronger compared to this one. But paano naman kung negative, no? Which is stronger? Is it negative 0.30 or negative 0.60? Remember, kapag negative ang usapan, dapat mas malapit sa negative 1, hindi sa positive 1. Okay? So, kapag ganyan yung case, kapag negative, no, this will be considered, no, stronger relationship. Actually, in other, sa ibang mga teacher, ang tinuturo nila is that, kapag daw mag-i-interpret ng strength ng correlation, what you do is that absolute value. No? So, parang let's ignore the sign, titingnan natin ano yung mas malaki yung value. Yan, no? But at the end of the day, let me remind you that when you interpret data in research, hindi mo lang kasi kailangan tingnan yung strength, kailangan mo rin kasing tingnan yung sign, no? If yung sign ba ay tumutugma doon sa hypothesis mo. Okay? So, yun nga, no? Like what I mentioned, a correlation of positive 0.89 is equally strong as negative 0.89 even though this is negative. Kasi kapag strength ang usapan, absolute value. Pero kapag direction, definitely, magkaibang direction si positive 0.89 tsaka si negative 0.89. No? This is positively correlated, no? While this one is negatively correlated. Yan. A correlation of negative 0.90 is stronger than positive 0.45, no? Kasi kahit may negative sign yan, no? Kung i-absolute value natin yan, magiging 0.90, no? Definitely, 0.90 is greater than 0.45, no? So, ang basehan sa strength ng relationship, it's not the sign, no? But the value. Absolute value. Alright, no? So, whenever you interpret correlation, remember, dalawa titingnan nyo. Direction, no? And strength. So, sir, ano po ba yung bearing? Ano ba yung meaning ng strength? No? Why is it that some relationships are stronger than others? Well, kapag mas mataas yung correlation, ibig sabihin mas predictable yung trend, no? O yung relationship ng dalawang variable. Mas accurate yung ating nagiging prediction, lalo na if you're going to employ regression. May mga bagay na mahina lang yung correlation. For example, the correlation is, say for example, positive 0.15. Considered minsan yan na weak positive correlation. So say for example, no, some would say na kapag tumataas ang krudo, posibleng tumaas ang presyo ng gulay. No? I'm not an expert in business, no, and in this field, no, pero I think some would consider it, no, weak correlation. I'm not so sure, no, naisip ko lang siya, pero kasi hindi sila masyadong magkadikit, no. I think mas magkalapit yung konsepto ng krudo at yung pamasahe. Yun, kasi definitely magkadikit sila, pero yung gulay tsaka krudo, I think medyo magkalayo sila compared relative to the relationship of krudo at pamasahe, no? So may mga instances na mahina lang yung correlation. For example, variable x and y may be related, no? Pero hindi naman pala ganun ka-strong yung kanilang relationship sa isa't isa. Okay, so here are some illustrations that can help you. Kapag positive, strong, no? Positive correlation, as you can see, kapag strong, take note of the keyword strong, halos nagpo-form na siya ng straight line. Pero kapag weak, no? Hindi siya nagpo-form ng straight line, but instead, yung mga tuldok ay hiwa-hiwalay, but still, since positive, yung forma ng scatter plot ay papunta sa upper right. Kapag strong negative naman, papunta sa lower left, lower right, I mean, pag ganyan pababa, no? Yung ating scatter plot. Tapos since strong, nagpo-form na naman siya ng parang straight line. Kapag weak naman, no? Nas negative correlation, same with weak positive correlation, yung mga tuldok ay hindi sila ganun kadikit doon sa straight line, imaginary straight line, no? Hindi sila ganun kadikit, no? But tingnan natin, since negative, no, papunta siya sa pababang ganyan. Okay? Yan. Paano naman, sir, kapag no correlation? Kapag no correlation, as you can see, parang wala siyang na-perform na pattern, yung mga tuldok sa ating scatter plot. Right? So, ayan, no? Perfect versus imperfect relationship. In a perfect relationship, no, is one in which a positive or negative relationship exists, no, and all the points fall on a line, no, on a straight line. Or kung hindi nagkakaroon ng straight line, nagmumukha siyang straight line. While in an imperfect relationship, they do not fall on a line, no, hindi sila straight line, no. Pero kapag near perfect, at least dikit sila sa imaginary line, pero kung weak relationship, layo-layo yung mga tuldok. Alright. So, the implication is that it's easier to predict if the relationship is near perfect or strong compared kapag weak yung relationship. Okay, so in summary, no, the correlation coefficient ranges from -1 to +1. The closer to 1, the stronger the relationship. The closer to 0, for example, 0.10, 10 or negative 0.10, negative 0.15, no? The weaker the relationship. Pag mas malapit sa 1 or negative 1, stronger. Pag mas malapit sa 0, weaker. Like positive 0.05 or positive or negative 0.05, no? The symbol, on the other hand, suggests the type of relationship. If it's negative, it is an inverse relationship. As one goes up, the other one goes down. Kapag positive, it is a direct relationship or the variables move in the same direction. Yan. So now let's just finish with a discussion question, no? This is an interesting question. Why is it that, no? What is an indirect relationship, and why do we use inverse, no, when describing negative relationship instead of using the term indirect, no? Kasi I think some of you might utilize the term indirect, no, when describing negative relationship, but please avoid it, no, kasi iba yung ibig sabihin ng indirect relationship. At least, no, this is what I know in the field of psychology. Kasi in psychology, when we say indirect relationship, it is usually observed in a mediated relationship, no? So indirect relationship is a mediated relationship in which si variable x mo ay may relationship kay variable y, but there is a mediator o may pumapagit ng variable. Yan. For example, this is from one study, no? They hypothesized that pornography consumption may lead to infidelity, no? But indirectly, it may be explained by the lack of commitment. So pornography consumption may disrupt one's commitment to his or her spouse. Kaya ang nangyayari is that pornography consumption, pinapababa niya yung commitment, kaya kaya tumataas yung mga behavior na dulot ng infidelity o kaya yung tinatawag na pangangaliwa. Okay, so this is an example of an indirect relationship. And if we say indirect relationship, it is a mediated relationship, no? This is direct, no? From X to Y, pero kapag indirect, merong pumapagitna kay X at kay Y, and once again, we call this a mediator. Okay, so that is it for our discussion today on correlation. I hope you learned something about the strength, the direction of relationship, and I hope you learned something new about our discussion on indirect relationship. Thank you and see you next time.